welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year. I am so excited to be back here with you tonight. This year will start my 4th year of this show, Keeping It Real, with your host, Dennis Aloia. That's me, live from Atlanta, the second Tuesday of every month at the time that you're viewing this right now, which is about 7:15 Eastern Time. I'm just very excited about our show tonight. We've got some terrific guests, and they work with some really, really interesting people that we're going to talk to them about. And in addition to that, this year promises to be a very fruitful year for the station. We're growing by leaps and bounds. And also for the guest list, we've got them backed up by a couple of shows. So everybody's just clamoring to get their face on TV, which is a good thing. I hope everybody out there had a great holiday season, and we all have a good, prosperous, and healthy New Year. I think to start off, and I'll be right back after this little momentary pause, with a gentleman that owns a company called The Look of Atlanta, Mr. Stanton Vernado. He's going to talk about his event planning company and what he's got going on this next year. But for now, we're going to break for a short commercial so we can pay our bills. But we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Calvary Gutter Services, LLC provides quality service to our customers. We are committed to excellence and offer a 2-year warranty on all workmanship and a lifetime clog-free warranty on all gutter cover systems. We are fully insured for your protection. We are experts in copper and half-round gutter systems, which are offered in sizes ranging from 6 inches to 8 inches. Full soffit and fascia systems can be replaced as we install gutters to avoid wood rot and ensure a job well done. We proudly offer Magnolia underdeck systems. We ensure that you are happy with the service we provide. If you need a pro, call us 678-389-7945. That's 678-389-7945. Calvary Gutter Services. Find us on the web at www.gutteratlanta.org.
Hey, we're back with you, everyone. My next guest, my first guest of the brand new year, is Mr. Stanton Vernado of The Look of Atlanta, right?
Good to see you again, definitely.
Okay,
definitely.
yeah.
Glad to be back.
I'm glad you're here because the weather's not the best out there tonight, and the traffic is just horrendous.
Atlanta is interesting when it comes to the weather, isn't it?
Let's see, you went about 20 miles in 2 hours tonight?
20 miles in 2 hours.
Was that exciting?
That was the best trip ever. I thought I was going to another country.
Boy, am I glad you've been here before. Otherwise, you might still be looking for the studio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just Atlanta. Plus, there was a lot of things going on in Atlanta this weekend, of course. So that makes it always even better. You know?
Yeah. Now, are you involved in any of these things this, in January specifically for your company here?
Well, in other words, the Atlanta gift show was this weekend, and so in other words, I was involved in the decorating there. So it was part of the business as well. And then I have my office located in the building, so everybody comes hollering. So that makes a big difference.
And you also have an office in Dallas, Texas.
I have one in Dallas, and I have one in Daytona.
Oh, in Daytona.
Because we do a lot of trade show work with my business also. In other words, it's not just, my business is a little different. Like when I was on before, I was telling you, we are a little unusual. We are a full event when it comes to flowers, catering, photography, limousine service. If you need character people at your event, if you need MCs, if you need vocalists, if you need magicians, which you've helped me out many times.
Yes, I have.
And, I mean, we just don't limit our services, but then we're also full interior design. So we don't limit it just to commercial. We limit it to any kind of decorating of any event.
Now, how do you get your business? Do you advertise a lot, or do you get a lot of repeat business?
90% of my business is word of mouth, and we've been in the business for 35 years. And so it's...
you don't look that old.
Yeah, right. I just know the right people. And in Atlanta, there's a lot of that. But no, it's just, I've done advertising in the past, but advertising is just not what this business is about. Yeah. Someone attends an event and they're like, who did that? Who did that? Right. So that's how the event business is more successful. Well, but then I grew up in this business too. Yeah. My family was one of the larger catering companies in Atlanta when it started. I'm not going to mention names on that, but when my aunt started the business, and it was the largest catering company of Atlanta, and then she sold it out, and then so I grew up in this business, so it's always been part of my life.
Wow.
So.
Well, I can tell you, you do a fantastic job. Your company does a fantastic job.
Well, you got to be a part of it.
I did.
Yes,
you did. I mean, the decorations.
2 years in a row now.
Yeah, we did a Christmas event recently in a suburb of Atlanta for a big corporate party.
Big corporate party this year.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it just blew me away what you guys did with the decorations.
And then the Atlanta weather kicked in again on that one too.
Yeah.
So we had to make some major changes, but it's a good thing that there is still a few businesses out there that do this for their people, and it really makes it worthwhile.
Are there trade shows that have people like yourself that specialize in that sort of a trade show gathering?
Well, yeah, because that's how I got, and it was I kind of just stepped into it accidentally. In other words, what happened is I just did one setup for a showroom, and then it just snowballed from there. And then the next thing I know, I'm working for the actual event. I mean, not the event company, but the place, the building that houses it, or the event center that houses it. I ended up working for them directly and doing the decorating. So just like this weekend, I went in to do just a couple of window displays, but the next thing is that I'm staffing them with their staff to do the selling for the show. I mean, we just don't limit our business at all. In other words, because it's almost like networking with my business. So it's been real successful.
Now in your free time, you've become a teacher.
Yeah, I'm going to start teaching again. In other words, I've taught interior design at some of the local colleges, and they've asked me to come back, and so now I'm going to put that hat on. And so, in other words, I'm not going to stop.
Well, I heard some good news on the radio today, and that is that our Governor Nathan Deal, has proposed that a class be created, or a series of classes be created in our Georgia community colleges to instruct people on how to do various things in the film and TV industry.
Oh, really?
Because that's a big growth industry in our state here.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah. So, you've got a little expertise there, and who knows if you
because we did set designs for, back in the day, I'm telling my age now, but we won't talk about that. That's another story.
All right.
But back in the day of The Heat of the Night, I was...
in The Heat of the Night?
In The Heat of the Night, filmed in Covington, Georgia.
Good show.
Wonderful show, long series. I had the privilege of working on that particular film, and did helped with the set design and things of that nature, so it was a lot of fun. And then helped with the casting on that, which was a lot of fun. And then there's been other movies in town that we actually have assisted in. And then for 4 years, had the opportunity of working with the Atlanta Opera and helping with that kind of operation. So like I say, I don't shut the door on any project, you know. And it's just like when I met you the first time, I called looking for a magician, and it was, everybody goes, a magician for Christmas, and I'm like, you don't understand.
The magic of the holiday.
That's exactly what I call it. Because that's funny you say that, because I always say when I'm decorating for a home, a person's home, or a business, my job is to create the magic for the season. And so, hey, you fit right in there. And you did a great job. I mean, the kids think you're amazing.
Well, good.
And the good thing that's so nice is that the way this particular event works, it was like perfect, because you're the first thing that they see before they even see Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And it couldn't be even better. And this year was a little more confusing.
It was, because
but the weather was against us.
And the lady that was the princess walked in
she stole
in the middle of my show.
She stole your show.
And the kids just evacuated the magician en masse to go see the princess.
Right. The princess was, hey, they
I
all
thought I was the Pied Piper,
Yeah, you didn't have a crown on.
She took my thunder.
Like I said, you didn't have the crown on. That was the problem,
Yeah,
and you didn't have a horse and buggy in the parking lot.
I had nothing to offer them, but a few great illusions.
That's exactly right.
Well, we had a fantastic time. I love those kids.
Well, we actually had
precious.
The count for that event was 1,500 employees.
Wow.
And their families.
Wow.
So that was amazing, and we did it all in 4 hours. You believe it was only 4 hours?
And
it felt like it was all day.
You had a lot of last-minute changes too.
Man, did we ever!
Which presented quite a challenge.
But that's the fun of the events. In other words, events is working with the moment. It's not. I mean, you can plan for anything, but you've got to be on your toes and you got to jump right in, because if you don't, you're not going to make it.
Well, I know you got quite a good market here in Atlanta. Now, how are the markets in the Dallas area?
Dallas is incredible. Florida is still growing. We tapped into the Florida market with Orlando, the Orlando Trade Show Center there, and it's still in the process of growing. But the whole industry, I mean, after 35 years, I mean, it's like been a roller coaster, because there has been, back in the day, of course, when the economy was better, the business was incredible. And so you just reach a point to where you say, do I shut the door, or do I find a new way to move it? And that's what I've done. Like even with you, branching out. If someone asks me to do the decorating, okay, that's not a problem. If they ask me, well, we need to do this, I'm like, that's when I jump right in and say, you know what? I'll find you the entertainer, because that's what Atlanta's now growing with. And I mean, even myself, I've been singing in places forever professionally with the Atlanta Opera, with churches, with different communities. I'm not going to say no. You know, I mean, you already know that from just since we've met. I don't say no to nothing. I'm going to make it happen.
And I'm trying to get him to get his own show, by the way.
I want to do it, but it's called time.
And I know that you sing now, see, so that's another reason.
Yeah, I do.
I want to hear what you got to offer there.
Oh, I can do that. Let me tell you, I can sing and drop the heartbeat. You know?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You do the a cappella type?
I've done it all. In other words, because...
Can we harmonize here?
Oh, well, who never knows? You never know. That might be a show with
Back in the doo-wop days, I'm a little older than you.
That'll be not that much.
I used to sing background in a doo-wop group.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We never got recognized for our efforts. It was kind of a disaster. But, you know, we were infamous rather than famous.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Well, I've sang it, I mean, I guess my most elaborate thing would be, as I sing at a lot of beauty pageants, which is really nice. I get to see all the ladies. Miss USA, Miss Georgia, I've done all those. I've emceed those and sung at those, and I've done the Miss Hawaiian Tropic pageant. So that was kind of interesting. And I actually was kind of nice with that one is I actually did the entire stage set. Wow. So then they said, "Oh my God, our MC's not here. Is sick. He can't speak." And I'm like, "Not a problem. I'll do that for you." And they're like, "Really?" They're like, "Really?" And so I pick up the microphone, and I ended up emceeing and singing, and they were like, "Wait a minute." So then I got the opportunity to go around. That was a fun job, you know.
I'm sure.
Ladies in the little bathing suits was even better than the Miss USA pageant.
Well, you know, I'd be misdirected, but that's in my world, you know. I couldn't do magic around that, you know. But man, you're a gentleman of many talents.
I'm a Leo. I mean, I tell people, hey, the first thing with me is that if I can't do it, I'm going to be the first one to tell you I can't do it. Yeah. But if there's a challenge put before me, I'm going to try to find a way.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you know, the year ended on a very good high note for you.
Amazing note. I mean, I have to give it to God. In other words, this year has turned out to be a blessed year, and the doors are already opening for the new year.
That's great.
The event that you helped me with has already doubled probably from what we did this year because it was such a success.
Yeah.
So we want to have you back for that, and you know, looking forward to just a much better year. In other words, people can say what they want as far as the economy everywhere. But you know what? You have to grasp the moment. It's not about grasping what the future is as much. I mean, we all want to plan for the future, but we're not promised that.
But there's so much negativity in the world today. People want to be entertained.
Exactly.
And take their mind off of the negativity.
Well, you have to, because if you didn't, you'd sit around and
you'd go stir crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jump off a bridge or something.
Yeah, right.
Especially here in Atlanta.
You know, I did a show this morning at a, what the heck was it? It was a church. And they had a senior group there, and I did that show, and it was a lot of fun, and we were talking about the gift of laughter.
Right.
And, you know, that's such an important
it is a
part of our being.
Major thing.
I really think it's a healing sort of potion.
Totally is.
You know.
Totally is.
And that's what I provide, not just the magic, but I have them laugh. I have them become part of the show.
Well, when you interact with anything, in other words, just like an event, in other words, I send my staff out to do an event, and if you're not personable with that customer, then you're just you might as well be robots walking around, and I'm not going to do that.
I stopped at a brand new place for lunch today, and my waiter was exactly like that.
Exactly, and that puts an X on
I won't be back.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I say. In other words, even tonight, before I came here, I went and ordered dinner, and the service was so bad, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Let's put an X on the door. You know, I'm just not going to go back either.
Right. There's so many choices out there.
Exactly. Yeah. And, you know, being personable, even with your magic and with my business, if you're not personable, then you're not going to get that call back.
That's true.
You're not going to get that call back. You're not going to get people to watch this show if we weren't personable with the way we're handling this right now.
That's right, and I've got a cast of thousands or millions out
there. See, and that's what it's about. That's how, you know, it's all about networking and trying to just open your mouth and not be the person standing over the corner that don't speak.
I was kidding, but you know how many hits we've had on our website last year?
I don't know.
500,000.
Oh, my God. That's incredible. And still growing.
And still growing, yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
So we're going, you know, taking the high road here and trying to get quality people such as yourself to get new shows, and I hope you'll consider it. And,
oh, definitely. You know, I mean, I would love to get, if I can just get that little extra few minutes in there, we'll make it happen.
All right. Stan, thanks so much for being my guest.
I appreciate it much.
Short commercial break and be back with another dynamic guest for your entertaining pleasure.
Sounds great.
We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Here at MedSpa The Gardens, we are focused on providing exceptional services with the highest levels of customer satisfaction, and we will do everything we can do to meet your expectation. Our goal is to pamper you from head to toe and to bring out your individual natural beauty. The experienced and talented staff members at MedSpa The Gardens are among the most qualified in the industry. Whether you need a full day of relaxation, a complete anti-aging overall, or a corrective treatment, you'll find it here. Look around our website at www.MedSpaAtTheGardens.com. MedSpa at the Gardens is located in Alpharetta, Georgia, inside of Salon Lofts. 970 North Point Drive, Suite 16, Alpharetta, Georgia, 30022. Look around our website and check out our services, and if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to contact us. Phone number is 770-597-6971. MedSpa at the Gardens is a proud sponsor of A Beautiful Moment web television show with Mary Tolbert. Tune in live from Atlanta, Georgia on the first Monday every month at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time on American Hearts Radio Entertainment Network.
Well, welcome back, everyone. I am very pleased to introduce this young lady next to me. This is Miss Kester Chow. And Kester and I have known each other kind of on a casual basis for about the last 4 or 5 years, right, Kester?
Yes, yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. Kester owns a company here in Atlanta called Dream Friends.
Yes.
Right, entertainment.
That's correct.
And she provides entertainers for special events and, you know, birthday parties, just a whole array of different types of events that you can possibly think of. In addition to that, Kester also has a degree in a couple of different things. One is journalism, right?
Yep, I do. Journalism and web design.
And web design.
Yeah.
Did you ever do any TV work with the journalism degree?
I did not. I was more print, but I was fortunate enough to do some acting work, so I was able to do some TV and film and spokesperson.
Oh, okay. For different products?
Yeah, for different things before just focusing full-time on Dream Friends.
Yeah. So when did you started Dream Friends in 2002?
I did, and I thought I was, you know, going to completely retire from TV and film, but there's so much going on in Atlanta that I think I might get sucked back into it.
Well, your business has sure grown since 2002.
Yes, 2014 was a fantastic year.
Yeah.
I think the economy is just on the way back up.
I
Can't
agree
be happier.
with you. I agree with you. Yeah, totally.
So.
But you have all of these different characters. I've worked for you as a magician, of course, but you've got...
and you're an awesome magician.
Thank you.
And
I'll give you your $20 for saying that.
And we've got, you know, princesses, superheroes, pirates. We do...
impersonators.
Impersonators.
Like Michael Jackson.
Johnny Depp. Katy Perry. Yes.
Jack Nicholson.
I
don't fit any of these people. Yeah,
no,
but I'm trying.
No.
I don't have a look, do I? No.
We'll keep working on it.
We'll keep working on it.
We've got specialty acts. You know, you want a snake charmer or contortionist.
You got snake charmers?
Yeah, she's very, very beautiful lady.
With a real snake?
Real snakes, 2 of them.
I wonder how a magician and a snake charmer would be received at one of your events.
That depends.
You don't want to be there to make that decision? My engineer, Al, is already backing up. He's thinking about snakes.
Yeah, and we have seasonal characters, so, you know, Easter bunnies and Santas and elves, and we try to get anything that you would like within reason.
Yeah, but when you started the company, you were the princess and
I was
the owner
the princess,
and everything.
And I just wanted to do princess parties because I love doing them. Just little princess birthday parties. The little girls are adorable, and I just kept getting requests for everything you could think of as far as kids' characters.
And the wheels started spinning,
They started spinning. I was lucky at the time. I knew a lot of beautiful actors and models and was just able to bring them on board. And yourself included, I've now got about 25 people that I call on.
Wow, that's great. Yeah.
And, yeah, we do wide variety now, but still a lot of our bread and butter is the
Kids
little
parties.
babies' birthday parties.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned you do a carnival theme event for corporate clients. Is that correct?
We do a lot of festivals, and we did like a New Year's Eve party that had the snake charmer and a lot of kind of strange things, and you know, a lot of different like company parties. We also do. We've been lucky enough to do a lot of special needs camps, and they'll have kind of a wide variety of acts.
Yeah.
And so
I like doing those myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work with a school called Lecotech.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of them. I do their shows 3 times a year. And that's a special needs school for kids with various disabilities, mental and physical. But they're such sweet kids.
They are.
And they react so well to magic because it's such a visual thing.
Yes.
So.
And they're so appreciative.
I had the teacher tell me as a little boy, he never reacted, and I did a magic thing, and boy, he just lit up like a little Christmas tree,
Aww.
And she wrote me a letter, and I still have that. I really treasure that point, that I got something across to him.
You're making lifetime memories for kids.
Yeah, that made him, react in such a great way.
Yeah.
I love kids. I raised 5 of them.
Oh, wow.
My son out there, Mike, is watching this show. Yes, I loved you when you were growing up, even though you turned out to be a pain, but that's another story. All right. Mike is the owner of this network, American Hearts Radio and TV. Anyway,
so he could give you the...
Yeah, right. He can cut me anytime. Okay, I had a lot of notes here, but let's see. The superheroes. Can you mention any of them? Or you can't mention them by name?
They're really super.
They're super. Let your imagination run
really
wild,
popular.
folks. Anybody you can think of, probably, right?
Yes.
You can. There's a
Pretty
fit
much
there.
all the popular superheroes, all
Yeah.
the popular cartoon characters, all the popular princesses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you were when you started this company, you were working another job as well. What were you doing in your other life?
Just doing, actually at the time, just TV and film work. So it wasn't as exciting here back then. We did a lot of corporate industrials,
Yeah.
kind of
Right.
boring commercials and little indie films. But now
That's
we're
what
now
Al's
we're
doing
now we're
now.
the new Hollywood South. So
We are. I am
So-
so excited.
it's just unbelievable.
It is. There's the largest studio in England is moving to Atlanta.
Yeah.
The largest movie production studio. And I wish I could remember what their name is, but they bought a big piece of property out in Fayetteville. Pinewood
Pinewood.
Studios in
That's
England.
right.
Yeah. Didn't they do some of the James Bond things?
They just did the Harry Potter movie.
Harry Potter?
Yep.
That's pretty good chops right there.
I'm just I'm blessed to have the actresses and actors that I do. Please don't leave me, guys, when we get big and famous. They're coming out there in national films and commercials and on TV, and luckily they love working with the children so much, so they're still part of the team.
If you happen to hear about a mafia movie, remember me. People have said I got that look.
You do.
Yeah, but thank
Yeah.
you.
You seem too sweet, though. I don't know.
I'm a big teddy
We
bear.
have to toughen you up a little bit.
Now, you married an actor.
I did.
Did you meet him by hiring him to do a thing, or?
He actually comes from a theater background, and he's a pretty amazing Captain Jack Sparrow impersonator, if I do say so myself.
Oh, okay.
But he's been really fortunate. He did a national commercial this past year. He's got a couple TV shows he's been on that are coming out.
Great.
So
Great.
he had a great year too.
Yeah.
My little infants had like a few modeling jobs already, so
Wow.
we're
He's
trying
how
to work
old?
the whole family. He's 5.5 months.
5.5 months. The kid's already in show business.
Yeah, he's a Leo, so he doesn't have a choice.
It took me
He'll appreciate it
65
later.
years to get into show business. This kid's 5 months old. He's upstaging me already. That's great. So you carry a headshot of your son around?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you never know when somebody will need a child
never know.
actor, huh?
Yeah.
It's amazing. I met Mickey Rooney one time, and he made his first appearance on stage with his parents when he was 4 months old in vaudeville.
Aw,
And he just passed away. He was in his 90s.
he was amazing.
He was a very, very nice man, very good guy. Now this is going back a long time ago. He was the biggest Hollywood movie star in the 40s.
Oh, I believe
You heard of the Andy Hardy
Yeah.
old movies? He was Andy Hardy. So he was everybody's boy next door kind of kid, But anyway, I digress. This is all about you, not making.
That's
Rooney.
okay.
But see, this is why I do an unscripted show. You never know what's going to happen. We might throw an
Just
idea out there,
weave
and
in and
you weave
out.
in and out, and it makes it more fun. And
Yeah.
I couldn't read off a script and do that. I mean, as far as this show goes, if
Yeah.
I was getting paid to read off a script, I would do it.
Yeah, you got to take that back.
But
So we're gonna
nobody's
get your
paying me.
headshots, and we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you in TV and film.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God,
think you
I'm
can do it.
excited now.
I think you can do it.
I think I can do it too. Absolutely. Yeah, I know I can do it because the hardest thing is getting in front of. I'll talk about me doing magic now.
Okay.
the hardest thing is not the magic. The hardest thing is going up to a complete, total stranger and taking control of that moment.
Yes.
And creating the environment, you know, and making him realize that he just saw something that is absolutely stupendous and doesn't add up.
The kids are even tougher because they're like, that's not real.
Yeah.
You're not real.
Yeah. Did I tell you my story about I got heckled by a 5-year-old?
No.
This is true.
That's the worst.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story. Did a show in North Carolina last August, a stage show with an ensemble group. And there was it was an all-adult show, pretty much. There was it was a G-rated show, but it was all adults. There's 2 kids in the front of the audience, right? It must have been brother and sister. The little guy was 5 years old. So I did my signature trick where I take a Coke bottle, put it in a bag, snap my... Well, first I drank out of the Coke, okay? Poured some in, put it in the bag, the rest of it, put the top on it, put it in the bag. And then I proceeded to do a little magic, and out comes a scarf, you know, out of the bag. Kid in the front row says, I know how you did that. Scarf was already in there. I said, okay, watch this. Do this again. Boom, I pull out a 6-foot rope.
Oh.
Kid says, yep, I know how you did that one too. I returned to him. I said, you're the reason I don't do kid shows. But then I really blew him away because I asked him, I says, is Coke your favorite drink? And he said, yep. I says, well, it's not mine. Pepsi is. So I just did this to the bag and threw the whole thing over my shoulder. Blew him away. Didn't know where the Coke bottle went. But I did have him stand up, turn around, introduce himself to the audience in the house, and take a bow. So,
hey, he kept you on your toes.
It was such a fun moment, you know. The kid be recognized, and I didn't treat him badly. I mean, he treated me badly, but, you know, we got to get used to hecklers in show business.
Hey, you put yourself out there. Get
so
some critics.
he may grow up to be the biggest heckler that, you know, ever lived. I don't know. Wow, I can't believe the time. We're done. Whew. Would you come back again sometime this year?
I would love to come back.
You would?
Yeah.
Wonderful. We'd love to have you back.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you, my dear. Wow, I think that's a wrap for now. We're going to go to a commercial to end your entertainment evening here. And we're going to be back next month, second Tuesday of February, with some more exciting and wonderfully photogenic guests. All right? So stay tuned. Come back and see us next month. Adios, everybody.